Hey guys, what's up? It's Sydney and welcome back to my channel and to another Haunted Locations episode. Now this one is going to be a little bit different in the spirit of Samhain or Halloween, whatever you prefer to celebrate. Halloween originated from Samhain, so basically if you don't know the history of that, if you would like to, I can make a video about the Sabbats and explaining them a little bit more in detail if you would like. But as far as this episode goes, we are going to be talking about the Black Forest in Germany. I picked this one specifically for today because it's not really haunted in the sense of how we've talked about in the past with people dying and ghosts and stuff like that. It is more of a folklore type of story. So that's why I wanted to go into it today on Samhain. By the way, because this is located in Germany, just expect me to be mispronouncing everything because I can't speak German and don't know the language and how things are pronounced. So if I am mispronouncing a lot of things, I do apologize, but like I said, I don't understand German and can't really read it. So please don't judge me. I'm going to do my best, but it's going to be a little fucked up. By the way, do you guys like my hat? I love it. It's super dope. A little witchy hat. I didn't have time to like put a whole costume together this year because I was signing up for school and all this other stuff. So I basically am just going to be a witch for Halloween. Like I am every day. Anyway, I've had this hat for like months, but I could use it today. And nobody's going to stare. Now, the Black Forest is located in the Baden-Württemberg. Württemberg. We're going to go with that. State in southwest Germany. Now, the name Black Forest actually came from the trees itself because the trees that they have in this forest are so dark green, so like ever dark green that they look almost black, especially at night. And hardly any sunlight can shine through because the trees are so incredibly dense. It is gorgeous. And the perfect creepy place. This forest has a lot more mythological folklore than it does haunting sites or paranormal activity, but it's incredibly interesting nonetheless. This location is also famous for the Brothers Grimm setting so many of their fairy tales in this location. From werewolves to dwarves to headless horsemen and even stories about witches and sorcerers. So many stories come from this beautiful, beautiful gothic looking location. Not only are the stories very interesting and incredibly beautiful, but the culture itself became closer as a whole due to these stories because it would gather people would tell stories and share legends, and it just made the culture incredibly strong. And most of these stories were actually passed down from generation to generation, so it's a long holding story within their family line. So that's very interesting in itself. Now, here's some of the stories that I could find. So the first one is the wizards and sorcerers that reside in this forest can actually take many different forms and be completely disguised. Some even believe that they themselves would transform into the werewolves, and one legend has it that a werewolf was actually injured by a hunter, and the next day one of the citizens was found in his bed with the same injury that the werewolf got from the hunter's gun. It was on the same location and from the same type of bullets that he used. So this was incredibly eerie at the time. Some of them even say that he can take the form of, I'm going to fuck this up, Frischutzen. Yeah. Freischützen. How could you not know that? You know? So obvious. But this was their word for a marksman. And the legend with this is that the Freischützen, or whatever the fuck it is, would basically get help from the devil when shooting his gun into the forest so that way he never missed a shot and he had perfect aim, even in pitch black. Knecht Ruprecht von Barenfels.
Knecht Ruprecht von Barenfels.
This is not going very well, I know. This was actually a terrible person who did terrible things, and he was famous for basically forcing his sister into a marriage with a man that she did not love. And his sister was so deeply affected by what her brother had done, basically selling her to this guy, that she fled into the forest. And when she fled into the forest, and when, oh my God, there's a fly in here. Did you see it? It's pissing me off. Okay, sorry. His sister was so distraught by this, by what her brother had done, basically, that she ran into the forest. And when she did that, her brother and the man that she was promised to be married to chased after her into the forest. The dwarves that lived in the Black Forest actually showed this girl to a secret cave where she could hide until it was safe for her to leave. As her brother and the man got closer to finding her, the two men were actually struck by falling rocks from a cliff above and were killed instantly. Now, some say that the dwarves were trying to protect her as far as that goes. I definitely believe in folklore stuff. I think it's more interesting. I think it makes life more interesting, and I think that it is definitely possible. So maybe they were protecting her and they didn't want her to get taken because they knew what would happen if she got taken. Now, it is also said that witches live in the mountain of the Black Forest, and basically what the surrounding area does each year is throw a carnival or a festival in honor of the witches' Sabbath, which I think is so fucking cool. I would love to go there during this time. I think it would be such a beautiful time. So this is definitely on my bucket list. Like I said, other countries are very tricky, especially Germany. So I'm definitely going to have to put this on my bucket list, but it is definitely on there. I would love to see this place. And once you guys are looking at all the pictures and stuff in this video, you will want to go here too, I'm sure. Going to another country is appealing in itself, but when you know what you're going to as far as a Black Forest with mythological creature stories and folklore, and the area is just so gorgeous and beautiful and everything's so alive. So I think it would be one hell of an experience. Definitely planning on going to the Black Forest if I can ever get there in my lifetime. All of the stories that come along with this place are just so wonderful. So I love it. I think it'd be super cool and definitely gonna go here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on the Black Forest in Germany, and I will try to put as many pictures in here as possible because it is such a beautiful location. So enjoy. I will see you guys next week for another Haunted Locations episode. I hope everyone has a beautiful Samhain and a blessed Samhain and a very, very happy Halloween, and I will talk to you guys next week.